What's up, everybody? Do you ever get annoyed whenever you're stuck in a plateau and you're not able to increase the number of reps or increase the load, or you're stuck on a progression exercise and you think you're just in a plateau? Well, that was me recently, and I want to share you my story. This was in regards to the weighted chin-ups that I've been doing. And the reason I started to do weighted chin-ups was because it started to rain a lot this winter. It rained like a tremendous amount every week, all the time, every other day sometimes. So I couldn't go out in the park where I normally like to train because it's wet and whatever. And at the park was where I would set up the rings so that I could do rings mantle chin-ups, which require a high anchor point so that your feet would not touch the ground. And I couldn't do that at home. So I was thinking what alternative to do, and weighted chin-ups were something I chose because I have weights at home, I have some plates. I started with 15 pounds. Things were going well for the first month, and I brought that up to 30 reps over 5 sets, which was great. And along the way, I had a neck strain despite doing perfect form, because I've seen so many form check videos where people are literally just doing ego lifting, where they're just pulling far more weight than they should be. They're barely bringing the chin over the bar. They're not going down all the way. Basically, the form is breaking down because they just want to be able to say they're lifting more and more when really they're not.
Hey, that's a rep though. That's a rep though.
Moving on, I had a neck strain. It put me off about a week, right? Which is okay, whatever, a little annoying. It healed, I got back into it, and I kept the process going where I would increase the weight by 5 or 10 pounds after I hit 30 reps over 5 sets. I got to 50 pounds, doing chin-ups with 50 pounds extra, which is about 30% of my body weight, and I felt great, right? And I was doing about 23 reps spread over 5 sets, and again, my goal is 30 reps. At some point, I noticed that I was starting to feel some mild shoulder pain, and I felt it for one session, and then I felt it again on the next session, and I was like, okay, that's it. Like, there's no way I'm gonna ignore this. I'm all about longevity and being able to do this for my whole life. So I can't ignore any shoulder pains or any joint pains. Those are warning signs that you should never ignore. So I started doing my band exercises, which I have a whole video and blog post about this. I'll put the link in the description. Just Google Bulletproof Your Shoulders Entranique. You'll see it. After a few days, shoulder pain was completely gone. And I'm like, okay, let me repeat the same number of reps. It took 4 sessions to get to 23 reps. I was having issues where on one of the reps, I wouldn't be able to go up all the way on the last rep, or paused. I did a rest pause for 10 seconds, and then I did that next rep. And I was getting really annoyed because it had been already a week or so where I was stuck at 23 reps for 4 sessions. And I was talking to my friend, telling him, you know, this was so annoying. I finally got back to where I was before, 23 reps. I hate that I was stuck in a plateau. But then it hit me that in this last session where I finally got back to where I was actually pulling off all those reps much more explosively, with great form and with far less rest time between all those sets. So even though I thought I was stuck in a plateau, my tempo had improved, my form and range had improved, and the rest times were lower. What looked like being stuck in a plateau was not. There were other forms of progression happening, and you have to basically not focus on the numbers all the time. And I tell other people that all the time, and even I got stuck into that mindset for that week. Please, if this happens to you, do not get annoyed. Some people get so annoyed where they think this isn't working, and they'll throw out their whole routine and just try to do something completely different. But don't do that. You have to trust the process. Gains don't happen in a linear straight line. Everything in life is cyclical, so just expect for progress to happen with 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Not always, sometimes it's the linear awesome progression, but as you get more advanced, there's gonna be a little more stumbling along the way. So if this ever happens to you, which it undoubtedly will, do not lose motivation. Keep at it. Trust the process. Don't completely throw everything out and try something new. Consistency and perseverance will prevail in the end. So now I turn it over to you. What did you think of this video? I want to know, have you experienced this? What did you do to get over it? Do you have any tips and tricks you want to share with the audience? If you're not subscribed, please do so and hit the bell button, because if you don't hit the bell, you're never going to get notifications that I put out a new video, and I'm just going to get lost in a sea of subscribers. Okay? So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the comments section.